Tonight on the news, Governor Fubara attends Nigerians' independence anniversary service with renewed hope for a future of peace prosperity. President Tinubu calls for patience, tolerance ahead of Nigerians' 65th independence. Plus, Pengasin strike may trigger nationwide blackout, thermal plants shut down. Good evening, you're welcome to Rstv World News. I'm Fito Benson Ajayi. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. For this is a task we all must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click on
The Thanksgiving service held at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Garrison Junction, brought together government officials, religious leaders, service commanders, and members of the public for prayers of gratitude and reflection on the nation's journey since independence. It was a moment of sober reflection on Nigeria's unity and progress, with renewed hopes for a future of peace and prosperity. Governor Fubara read the only Bible lesson of the service from Isaiah 61, declaring that those delivered by God shall be called priests of the Lord and shall enjoy the wealth of nations.
The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord had anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captive, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
Delivering the sermon on the theme Good News for Nigerians, taken from Isaiah 61, 1-6, the Archbishop of the province of Niger Delta and Bishop of Ikwere Diocese, Most Reverend Blessing Eyinda, thanked God for preserving Nigerians despite the civil war and other threats to its unity. He urged Nigerians to embrace godly leadership, unity and accountability, noting that corruption and injustice still hold citizens captive even after freedom from colonial rule. The Archbishop stressed that Nigerians' abundant resources benefit only a few, leaving many in hardship, but maintained that the country can fulfill its divine purpose if justice and righteousness are upheld.
Within these 65 years, there were situations that could divide the nation, yet Nigeria has remained one nation. We want to thank God for God has been good to us. God has been good to Nigeria, and His mercies will continue to endure forever.
Special prayers were offered for the nation, River State, the church, Governor Fubara, and his family. Tamno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Family has more.
Professor Akikibofori examined how corrupt practices are perpetrated by the misuse of the red pen in universities to a systemic impunity in public offices, which have not only eroded public trust but also undermined the ethical and functional foundations of the nation's institutions, while any wrong done to students in schools are also replicated in the larger society. The university don't disclose that there is need for a holistic reform agenda anchored on integrity.
Finish, I don't want to practice. And those who practice will come and stay like this and be reading what you're telling the judge. Today, as teachers, we read document. I was not taught like that. So let's try as much as possible to take authority in whatever thing.
Professor Akikibofori recommended that examination systems should adopt digitized, double-blind grading, among others, to discourage lecturers' bias and curb red pen victimization, adding that the right thing should be done to get it better. He frowned against the excesses of the respected lecturers who compromised during elections, just as judges about a strong and unbiased legal system to fix every fabric of the country.
Try as much as possible to resist corruption, especially in the university system. Why will I collect money from a student and pass the student? As we collect money from them, they will become teachers tomorrow. They will also collect money. So this thing is trickling down, so we can't get it.
Acting Vice Chancellor of the Ignatius Ajuro University of Education, Rubolimene, Professor Okechukwu Onuchukwu, represented by the former Acting Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Joseph Kinani, appreciated the inaugural lecturer for the in-depth research and appealed for the adoption of his recommendations by relevant authorities and individuals.
His lecture has really emphasized the need for us to practice proper values, and when proper values are imbibed, it will not only translate into good parenting, but also good public officers that we have at all levels.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
The Enitona High School All Students Association Port Harcourt has successfully concluded its elections, ushering in a new era of leadership. The swearing-in ceremony marked a significant milestone in the association as outgoing leaders handed over to the newly elected officials. Melvin Jackson was there.
Therefore, Sir Godfrey Ward is the president of the ESOSA, with a total of 608 votes.
The newly sworn-in executive members are expected to drive the association's vision on unity, mentorship, and community development. With their election, alumni are optimistic about the future direction of ESOSA, anticipating renewed energy and innovative initiatives. The association remains a powerful platform for Enitona High School graduates to connect, network, and give back to their alma mater, pledged to uphold the values of the association and work tirelessly to meet the needs of their fellow alumni. Sir Onwa Bonwa enumerated his vision for ESOSA as one of unity, growth, and service, aimed at fostering a sense of community among members, promoting the association's objectives, and ensuring that their activities positively impact the school and the wider society.
I'm bringing my resources, I'm bringing my time, I'm bringing my experiences, I'm bringing my friends. So all of them now gathering around, so that will make the school stronger and make sure I galvanize all my schoolmates wherever they are in America, Nigeria, wherever the place, and put them together to be able to build a viral, strong All Students Association.
Outgone president of ESOSA, Epalebo West, harped on the progress made so far, which has made the association stronger and impactful. He appreciated the trust placed on him and expressed gratitude to members for the opportunity to serve.
I am wonderfully impressed. We have never had it this good. This election has raised the awareness of every member. Anxiety is so high, everybody is so happy to come and cast their vote. We have never had it so good in this association, and I believe that we are going to set the pace by ensuring that we maintain the tempo.
Some alumni talked about.
Carlo said that the expectations are high with the valuable knowledge acquired so far to carry out the assignment better than in previous years, and enjoin Christians to always take Sunday school class seriously, inspire challenges to sustain and defend the gospel regularly.
Sunday school workers, we are supposed to be those kind of people that will be focused, even like the eagle. I will tell them to go to their Sunday school classes in their various churches and become more focused, more dedicated, do the work with passion.
Chairman, Central Planning Committee of the seminar, Reverend Isaac Kukigan, and the resort persons of the Assemblies of God Church Sunday School Board, Reverend Emmanuel Alter, who dwelt on the 6 pillars of capacity development in Sunday school administration, advised teachers to engage in preparatory classes to convey the same message, adopt practical teachings with godly jokes, assist the needy, encourage the workers, avoid pride and anger, but be playful, meek, and simple to achieve desired goals. They reminded teachers that temptations always come when God's favor is close, but they could be overcome with faith, prayers, and fasting.
The theme of our program is developing capacity for increase. The essence of it is that we bring the workers in the Sunday school together and impact them with knowledge.
Let your class be lively. Let there be enabling policies. Let learning environment be healthy and lively.
anywhere you are, your permanent purpose is to bring people to the image of Christ.
A great teacher must master the act of communication, the act of storytelling, and classroom control. Attend workshops. Go for online courses on yourself, online. This is how to increase your value.
Sunday school teachers were not left out as they shared their take-home.
The lesson told us that it's good for us to come to Sunday school early and also to establish love to our classes.
I learned a lot. We should learn skills, our character, and I am blessed that I came.
The event featured prayers for the new teachers, plenary sessions, and song ministrations. God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
President Bola Tinubu has urged Nigerians to embrace patience, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence for the overall development of the country. He echoed this at a special Jummah prayer at the National Mosque Abuja as part of activities to mark the country's 65th independence anniversary. He explained that Nigeria can only achieve the dream of our founding fathers when citizens resolve to live together in peace, tolerate one another, and embrace hard work. The president was represented at the occasion by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris. He urged Nigerians to be patient as efforts were ongoing to turn around the fortune of the nation. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's take her to greater heights, for this is a task we all must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Still ahead on the news, United States restores 5-year visa privileges to Ghanaians after deportee agreement. And in sports, PSG to play first intercontinental Cup finals in December. Details of these and others when we return. Don't go anywhere.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Glad to know you're still here. Nigerians may face a nationwide blackout from Monday as power generation companies have raised alarm over an imminent shutdown of thermal plants following directives from the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. The Executive Secretary of the Association of Power Generating Company, Joy Ogaji, raised the alarm over the imminent blackout in a WhatsApp page on Sunday. She revealed that gas suppliers had issued notices to halt supply to thermal power stations in line with Pengassin's strike resolution. She warned that the development could plunge the country into darkness as hydroelectric dams alone cannot sustain the nation's grid. The warning comes hours after Pengassin announced that it would commence a nationwide strike on Monday to protest the dismissal of over 800 workers at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The action could cripple crude production, fuel supply, gas distribution, and now electricity generation, worsening the hardship faced by Nigerians. Now the foreign scene. The United States has lifted the visa restrictions imposed on Ghana, restoring multiple entry validity for several categories of non-immigrant visas. Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Ablakwa confirmed the developments in a post on X, stating that Ghanaians are now eligible for 5-year multiple